All right, everybody, welcome. Hey. How do you do that? How does he do that? See, Pawnda really is alive. Well, good year. Good new year. Good new year. Don't be afraid of losing. I'm not afraid of losing. I just don't like losing. You know, sorry, bro. All right. I hate losing. God damn it. I just hate losing. Don't understand. You wouldn't understand. But okay, let's get a quick Heisman Trophy. Copy. Alright. Notification. Last call. Accept. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Where did this guy come from? Oh, yeah. Player of Ultra Bullet. I love Ultra Bullet. You know that? I really do. Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Why do you have so many accounts? Why do you need so many accounts? Alright. Not the bullet again. Please don't play Ultra Bullet in my rapid tournament. No, I'm just worried about people playing Ultra Bullet in rapid games. Sort of defeats the purpose of the time control. Alright. I reserve the right to kick anyone out for spamming or any other purpose. Alright, I forgot what I was trying to do here. Brother from another mother. Pawnda Horses Club. Alright. Tournament. Message all members. Last call. Last call. The best thing about the Swiss tournament is that in between rounds, you can play tons of Ultra Bullet games. During the 2-minute break. Just unbelievable. Alright. We actually have 11 players. Okay, 7 plus 5 Swiss. It's rapid casual. 7 rounds, 2 minutes between rounds. Bullshit games. Yeah, I won't name any names, but I was looking at this one blogger's profile today who poses as being this serious chess coach. And all he plays on lichess is 1 minute chess. How can you possibly pose to be a chess coach and all you sit around doing is playing bullet chess all the time? I mean, they're basically mutually exclusive things, you know? If you're a serious chess player, you don't play bullet, you know? It's just... If you're a coach especially, but whatever. Alright. 72 months, tier 1. Let's see how many tier 2 subscribers are on. Yeah, that's funny. You might stop drinking after New Year. It's never too late to start. You can always stop drinking because it's never too late to start. That's what I always say. Alright, tier... It doesn't show tiers. I have a lot of tiers these days. Happy 6 tiers. Tier 6. Astrobate subscribe to tier 6. Move 11 is gifting tier 1 sub to Sides's community. Dave gifted a total of 391 in the channel. Hype train incoming. Alright, this is our first Swiss tournament in a long time. Especially... Welcome everybody. It's especially geared toward the bullet crew. Definitely, like, sit out of your bullet tournaments and play bullet in my 7+5 rapid. Because that's why we're here. Mr. Coffee with 100 bits on the way to the hype train. Alright, Shocky. The Oms. Oms is with us. Oms and I have played 96 games, almost closing in on 100. King Kong. Pandaro. Ruslan Bear. Nettie. 13 players so far. Astrobate. Musashi. The Warrior. Oh, Warrior like left my simul the other day. I don't know what to do with them. I'm going to have to like perma-ban them. I think I re-banned them, right? I didn't re-ban him? Jesus. He left the simul after 6 moves. Was it you or... I thought it was you. Maybe it was someone else. Was it Warrior who left my simul in 6 moves? Let's double check. You... Games with you. Let's see. Games with you. Games with you. 47 hours ago. Oh, he lost a piece. Okay. It was legit resignation. Alright, my bad. My bad. It was someone else who left. That was Samurai Pizza Cat. Yeah, who, like, chatted and then said... and then played the London. Like, you chatted, like you were going to be normal. Play the London, and then he chatted nicely, played the London against me, and then left the game in 6 moves. You're, like, permanently banned from my simuls after that. It's not enough that they play the London when I specifically asked people not to play the London. But he's, like, abandoning the game in 6 moves. So you're, like, double forfeited. Can you be double banned? Yeah, Dan Heisman always pretended to be like a big coach or something. I don't know what the deal was with that guy. He I don't know. Pre-social networking. Pre-social media era. Alright, then leave the game. Today's tournament is named aptly the Pawnda Rapid. We could change it to something more. Pawnda New Year. New Year. Pawnda Tier 3 Rapid. For Astrobate. Is that name too long? I was afraid it was too long, but it might be good. Uh-oh. Pawnda New Year Rapid. Howard Stern talked a lot about having us with Dan. You know, I mean, Dan didn't seem like, you know, the kind of person that would gravitate toward rock star type of celebrities like Howard Stern. That was weird, man. But he has some kind of very strong connection to the Internet Chess Club. I don't really get it. There's this secret society or something. Alright. Sparkle Horse, Shocky, TG, KK, Oms, Stapvargan, Morales is here, Pandaro, Ruslan Bear, Nettie, Astrobate, Miyamoto, and the Warrior. No, I mean, you could do worse than actually, you know, Dan Heisman. There's a lot of, like, fraudulent chess coaches. I'm sure he's better than a lot of the fraudulent grandmasters that are dropping blogs, especially for beginners. These guys dropping blogs on lichess, they're just scammers. All right. Just because you're a grandmaster doesn't mean you're a real coach, first of all. Secondly, you can be a scammer. and be a grandmaster and be a coach. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. It's nice to see all you guys. Here we go. Sledgy, my board is not straight. How's that look? That's better. The Morales. Oh no. Oh my god. No Caracan. No E45. No Scandinavian. No Sicilian. So I have to play the Kraken. You've destroyed all my other openings, basically. I've got nothing left to play against you except for the Kraken, or Accelerated Kraken. It's not about the results, but about the bullet. Yeah, the bullet games you can play between rounds. Exactly. You hate it, the Kraken. Yeah, it's just hard to nail it down to your little very, very concrete. He likes his very concrete little repertoire. He doesn't like it when I take him out of his narrow repertoire. That's the thing that seems to me. It's like for Morales, I think, and for all chess players in general, but especially for certain players, it's very important. It's like a security blanket. If they don't have their comfy opening repertoire and the concrete positions they know exactly, then they're all like angry and irritable. All right, like me, like I am. You hate it. Don't hate the Kraken. Be the Kraken. Technically, this is an accelerated Kraken. Right. Alright, F4. An angry move. I don't know if they're angry or just partying out there. But it's a little distracting. It's a little early to be like drunk on a Tuesday night. F4. Aggresso. Dr. Aggresso. Damn it, Jerry. What's going on here? Drunk street people. No, it's drunk people on the street on Tuesday night? At 6 o'clock? It's a little weird. Alright. I can't wait to move back to my old apartment. So I get the ambulances back. Alright. Focus. I've been playing in Zen mode when I'm not streaming, by the way. Tempted to play like D5. It's a crazy move. D5. Giving him the E5? Are you serious? Caveman. It may be difficult to maintain my center. It reminds me of a Pierce. Well, it is a Pierce, effectively. How about G6? It's like a Pierce Austrian with A6. I was going to do this. This is probably a bad idea. Let's do it. Cracking claws. Grab those bishops. Grab them by the bishops. Whew. Give me that. Grab him by the bishops, Mr. Bishop. This is a weird position. I had intended to play knight e4, and then I was like, you know what? This is better than knight e4. But Morales has control of e5, of course. Karpov's Yogurt is online. Old friend, student, countryman. Friends, Romans, countrymen. If you are a former friend, don't say hi. If you're a current friend, feel free to do so. Ba-ding! Your bishop, please. Yeah, okay, so what are we going to do now? This is kind of morphed into something I really don't know what it is. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, yeah, I don't know what this is. What is this? Seriously. The double lobster. Double lobster. Okay, I can play c5. As in the Caro-Kann. There's funny tactics here, like knight d3, queen d3, bishop f5. Oh my god, I should do that. Knight d3, queen d3, bishop f5. What's going on? Tempted to play bishop b1. This disruptor. Fire the disruptors. Now this is not clear. This is not clear. You've come to play horrible chess. This is the place. I had to time out someone who made fun of my instructive rapid title. But you're right. I'm being too. I was being too Eric Rosen. You know? Brown's didn't want to risk taking the b7 pawn. This is an interesting position. Don't know about instructive play, but you can play bullet chess in between rounds. Hyper bullet, preferably. Uber bullet, like sub 1 second per move. Time control. What? Wait, what? Deep thoughts. It's a trick. He's tricking me into winning the exchange here. He tricked me. Deep thoughts. Interesting, but I wouldn't do it in a fast time control. It can't be better to lose the exchange than to just play normally there. He has some compensation. It's hard to get my rooks in the game. And the pressure on the c-file. I mean, my rooks had no open lines. Yes, Your Honor. Cyber Seminar. Yeah, I mean, it's weird play by White, you know? Weird. Is that a good move, Master? Wow. Very strange. This is a very strange game. I think he might have had Queen d6 there. This was an extremely strange game, bro. Now it's like equal. I guess black is... Well, I don't want to see black's worse. I mean, I have a protected passer. This isn't bad. This isn't a bad pawn. You have a queenside majority and a safe king, and I have kind of the better passed pawn. Your f4 is weak, a little. It should be about equal. Neither side should win this position at this point, you know, unless you lose on time. c6 too slow. Well, I mean, you know, already this positional exchange sack was probably almost impossible to think of, but somehow strangely sort of sound. Why would white sack the exchange there? That was so weird, you know? And then my first reaction was to not think it was enough, but I think I didn't take it seriously enough. Yeah, c6 was like a lazy move. But I mean, I don't think there was like an obvious move for me. You know, like, it really wasn't like a simple situation where there was an obvious move that would have been great. You know, there wasn't any such move, I don't think, in that position. What does this move do? Oh, I guess we'll push the pawn. We have a passed pawn. How about you? He wants to lose. The panic zone. Yeah, but not a game I'm proud of here. I was kind of horsing around in the beginning, and I was worse. But first he sacks e6, and then the exchange. Okay. That can't be good. Alright, so what an exchange sack. I mean, he was clearly better. This f4 is a pretty nice move. What would David Norwood do? C5. C5 is such a strange move. Like, just random. Adequately random. C5. So the engine actually likes my continuation here. Wow. I was totally unsure. Well, it likes what I did with the two lobster knights. That's crazy. And it wants to play c5, which was one of my plans. I didn't think this worked. How does it work? If you take... Yeah, see, I didn't see this. I did not see this. Oh, it's like that. Okay. So I did it right, and then bishop takes b1 was bad. This was too much. Wow. You're clearly better after king f2. And here you're only slightly better. And you know you wanted to play e6 right away. You thought forever there. And then drop the exchange. You sack the exchange with queen where? Queen c2. This is sound. Who sacrifices the exchange with queen c2 in this position? This is unbelievable. Who conceives of that? That's unbelievable. Why? Why would you do that? Yeah, here I have to find like a perfect move to equalize. I'm up a clean exchange, and I'm only equal at best. That's so weird, dude. I just can't even conceive of why you sacked the exchange there. Why wouldn't you just play a normal move? Any normal move, pick a move, I don't know. Yeah, he just missed it. He just missed it. He couldn't have sacked the exchange on purpose. Alright, let's see what's happening in tournament. Aldisto is here. Shaki. Nettie lost. Arms got the win. Stepford got the win. Lots of draws, no. Late joiners. Late joiners! Wow, Asterbait. Asterbait, go, bro. Wow, Asterbait with the fortress. Oh, this is epic. Oh my god. Go, Asterbait. Take him down. Look at the fortress. Wow, what a position. Wait, who's white and who's black here? Oh, I'm confused. Asterbait's white. Oh my god, I thought it was the other way around. Asterbait's white. Oh my god. We're looking at black side. I thought Asterbait was playing the black pieces here. This is from the white perspective. I just flipped the board. It's from white's perspective. The pawns are coming down this way. So Asterbait let this pawn get a little too far. He can always blockade. Wow, King H4 on the board. Damn, death to the Kraken. Oh my gosh, what is this? You gotta make an accurate move now. Oh no, he went King F5. What are you doing? King F5 is kind of mental. Whoa. Asterbait, try to take your time and think about your moves. Your opponent has 5-second increment. OMG. Oh no. Rip. I can't watch. We have 2 minutes, guys, so run and play those hyper bullet games. Don't forget your hyper bullet games. Hey. Wow, this nice opening. You've refuted all my other openings. I can't play the Sicilian against you. I can't play e4, e5. I can't play the Caro-Kann. Can't play the Scandinavian. Then all of these, like, I don't know, the modern defense and the Kraken. Alright. Maybe the Nimzovich, you probably refuted that. Draw? Wait, there was a draw? Was there a clear draw? Nefedov, Asterbate doesn't know about draws. He's played like 20,000, 30,000 games on lichess and has 2 draws. And they were sort of accidental, probably. He probably did like an accidental 3-move repetition or something. E4, D4, which better? There's no better. It's no better. There's no answer to that question. It's not a question of one is better. E4 is a little more aggressive. Pieces are more opened up. It's more of a different style game. I don't think that E4 or D4 is better than the other. I have to play the bullet guy. Let's see. 30 wins, 30 losses, ultra bullet, very key. So in rapid games, he's 13-0 today. Yesterday, 7-3. Okay, so he's not. Oh yeah. That's a lot of ultra bullet games. Good for your game. It's very good for your game. You know, the thing I like about ultra bullet is that it really helps to improve the deeper aspects of your game. It helps you to think more deeply about positions. It's very key for deep strategic thinking. Play a lot of ultra bullet. Yeah, I like the tournaments. I could play, actually I could have played b4 there with a kind of Benko in reverse. This is pretty standard. Benoni in reverse. Are you a d4 player? Aren't you an e4 player? Or is it my imagination? I feel like I looked at this. There was some game in the World Senior. I don't know why I was looking at this. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't directly related to a game I had in the World Senior. I was thinking about it later. But maybe I was thinking about my move order. One of my games in the World Senior. Maybe it was something else. Nothing to see here. Alright, so knight e5 is the best move for white there. It's kind of a strange position to think in. I think this is one move that you have no choice here. You have to play knight takes e5. Yeah, that's a weird moment to think. Alright. You could allow me to take on c6, but I guess theoretically you could play bishop d7, but then I would probably play knight takes d7. I wouldn't take on c6. I would take on d7. So this position is like equal, I would say. You know, the Benoni isn't good enough to get an advantage for white, obviously, with an extra move. So the best I can do is like have an equal game when playing the white side of Benoni. If I don't play knight e5 in that position, I think that white is actually worse. Is the truth about it. Like, I have to play knight e5 or I'm actually just like spatially worse. And of course trading pieces frees my position a little bit. And now it's a solid line. I mean, I guess we'll find some games where this has been played. I think I have to go back. The solid, yeah, but I mean, you know, black played e takes d. Yeah, my move order sort of forced him to take back with the e pawn there. I guess black could have played a different move here. You could play something else like knight d7, but you know, it's pretty ambitious playing like you're white with black. Now this move is interesting, right? Not intuitive. It's a bad square for the queen, but it gets out of pins. It guards b7. It has... Importantly, it avoids bishop g5 pinning you. So it avoids stuff, you know. So I don't know what to do here. I mean, the position is objectively just equal. I mean, theoretically, black has more space. I'm not really a Benoni expert. So bishop g5. Why would I play that now? It doesn't make tons of sense. I have knight a3. Knight a3, a6, knight c2. Bishop g4. You know, knight a3, it feels almost like a trap. Queen c7 is probably like the best possible move for black, but very subtle. It looks like a bad move that isn't. Found that. I really have like no idea what to do. I mean, objectively, I'm not better, but I might be worse. Yeah, it's like best possible moves. Unless this allows queen f3 is stupid though. My point was to play b4. b4, pawn takes b4, knight takes d4, bishop e5. Knight takes f5. I don't know if this is good, but the donate command is broken. How is it broken? It knew you wouldn't donate anything. You may ask, how did it know that? You might ask yourself, how did I get here? All right. Well, what do you make of this position? Rook e8 looks like another good move. What do you think of Black's play thus far? Good, flawless, poor? Hard to say. Bishop a3 instead of bishop e2. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe bishop b2 is a bad move. I don't know. Maybe. What's happening here? You're trying to play knight e5? Queen f3. I feel like I'm just playing a random move to go after a pawn. I guess in the end that's what we're really doing, isn't it? That's essentially what we're doing here. Okay. I probably, should have just exchanged on c5 or something in the first place. Rook e8. Queen b6. Okay, so what is happening? Couldn't you take the pawn? The pawn. Thanks for being specific. The one on b7? The one on f7? Like, which pawn are you talking about? I don't know. I didn't see any pawns 2 moves ago. Oh, here. Jesus. Yeah, I can take the pawn. Yeah, bishop takes d4. Yeah. He has some kind of tactic, it looks like, with take and queen e5. But it's not clear it works. That pawn. That's true. Honestly, like, bishop f5 is annoying. Keeps attacking. Keeps attacking. Attacking my d4 pawn. Sorry, the other pawn. Rock e5. Rock e1. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I think I stopped watching Rocky after like Rocky 4. I mean, I don't know. Sylvester Stallone is like a huge meathead. Alright. What am I doing? Yeah, how do I win that pawn? Thought you might play that. Ouch. My beard! I hurt my beard. Alright. Wow. This is kind of a concession to play knight d2. I really didn't want to do that. He's constantly ahead on the clock, no matter what. I know. He's like, I'm legit, but why do you keep changing accounts? If you're legit, this is like your 17th account that you've had. Maybe he was chat banned or something. Okay, you change accounts, it's cool. He definitely seems legit, but back of my mind, I think everybody's cheating. And you should too. Assume that your opponents are cheating. Assume the worst. Would be my advice. Always assume your opponents are cheating. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks. It's a draw. Well, it's probably a draw. Equal material. What do you expect with a Benoni in reverse? Of course I could have taken the pawn. He thought he had a tactic with queen e5 or something. Black is probably marginally better here. It shouldn't be enough to win. Space on d4. Never could win his d4 pawn. He seems underrated at 2270. Definitely for rapid on lichess, he's underrated. I'm just afraid of everybody that's new. Also, we're not still talking about why you got banned, right? Because it's like the second time you brought it up. I don't understand why people like get banned and then they insist on like constantly talking about the fact that they got banned. I don't know. Why do we have to even like talk about it? I don't understand. Why keep bringing it up? Like, hi, I'm back. Thanks for unbanning me. Just, oh, I didn't see like that bishop couldn't take on a2. I wasn't trying to play for cheapos there. I really didn't see it. It was takeable. I really didn't know it wasn't takeable. But that's the key to your successful materialistic instinct, Schumacher. Having a successful materialistic instinct is very important. I mean, white is probably a tiny bit worse here, so I prefer to draw. Let's see what the computer says. Oh, it's more than a tiny bit worse. Negative 0.6. Negative 0.7. It looks like I had a chance to take the pawn, like Schumacher said. I'm like threatening to take the pawn. And you play rook e8 here. Yeah, I could have taken the pawn, not with the knight, with the bishop. It's very strange, like, I just believed you. And that's the only... serious inaccuracy. Yeah, bishop e2 was bad. Pandora said bishop a3 or something. Not in this position, though. Okay, bishop b2 was a mistake. Yeah, I should have just taken on c5. Okay. I should have just taken on c5. But I'm curious about the opening. What's with queen c7? Notice like a whole bunch of people here playing bishop g4. Bishop g4 is like the main move. The queen c7 seems okay. Hog Irving. He's Hungarian. Was. So it turns out that I was wrong about knight e5. Bishop f4 is a move as well. Maybe bishop f4 is better. Damn. So I'm only slightly worse with white. It's great. Bishop f4, bishop d6. And then bishop g5. That's interesting, Yakovenko. Alright, whatever. I mean, it's hopeless. Playing the white side of the Benoni is hopeless. True blue star. I can't win against perfect play. Plus, it's just a bad opening for white. 14 CPL. Alright, next. Ongoing games. Oh no. The next round is in 1 minute. I should have made like 3-minute breaks. This 2-minute break is a little too short to do anything. You can't even go to the bathroom. 3-minute break would be better. It's a 7-round tournament, you know. Alright, Alisto is 2-0. Alms is 2-0. So Germany, the German face-off. 5-minute break better. Well, maybe. It's a little bit long, 5-minute break. That really adds up. But I think 3 minutes is reasonable. I haven't done a Swiss in so long, I forgot what I was using. Maybe 2 or 3, maybe 3-minute breaks is my old default. I figured Morales would play. He likes the time control. Kakatiri. A lot of players that haven't been around. Cormoran is back after a long hiatus. Aldisto hadn't played in a very long time and came back for this tournament. I could have taken the pawn. Yeah, that was a weird moment, and the computer still thought he had almost enough compensation. Another tough pairing. Shaki's not here. Oh no. No, you're not going to forfeit. Did Shaki lose the last game? He did, didn't he? So he's like tilted and angry. He threw his laptop out the window. Doesn't bode well. Shit. Wait, it's a Swiss, so you don't get forfeited. It's not an arena. Okay. I forgot. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break and be right back. Since I didn't get a break anyway, hopefully Shaki shows up. Tell him not to move if you guys see him. What the? Okay, we have even time. I won't play the symmetrical. No, Shaki, with the knight f3, really? You're playing that with white now? Oh, man. Alright. Hey. Hey, we're back. We're back, Mr. Coffee. We both mutually sacrificed 2 minutes of our time. Oh no, I lost my sweatshirt. Cold. Purr. No alcohol. Hey. Now he left. It's like correspondence chess. It says he's online. 5-minute break better. What happened to the hype train? Move 11, Bale. He just comes in. He's a Pawnda and Pawnda in name only. Move 11 is a pie no. All right. He's not a real Pawnda. He's a pie no. Yeah, he made a move and went for his break. That will just be correspondence. E3. Kraken deferred. No, it's not a Kraken. I try to only play the Kraken against E4. It's kind of weird to play like A6. Anything with A6 against D4 isn't as... I know this seems strange to say that, but really, it's just not that effective. Playing A6 is somehow more effective against E4. It has to do with, I think, supporting B5 and ultimately, scourging knight C3 and B5, B4 type of ideas. Alright, so he's just doing random stuff. The random stuff attack. The Bodler. The quiet Bodler. Bodler quiet attack. The mild Bodler. With E3, A3, and Bishop C4. He's trying to induce D5. I'm not going to fall for that trick. You're not going to trick me into that truth thing, are you? Telling the truth. Oh no. I'm here for conspiracy theories. I'm not going to fall for that D5 trick. But I think, the threat is stronger than the execution. As always. The threat of playing D5 is stronger than actually playing D5. That's the theory anyway. I don't know how it works in practice. I love H3. H3, A3. That's one of Bassman's things. A3, H3, A6, H6 against everything. So now what do? I think I should establish some sort of pawn center. Shockey hates the symmetrical English, so you don't want to play C4 with the bishop on A2, I guess. So I can go ahead and play C5. He will probably, I would think he would opt for a D4 based setup if I did that. My other possibility is B6, bishop B7. I always love a good double fianchetto. But I'm using too much time, realistically, and so is he. I think if C5, white should probably react with D4 there. Of course, it's not necessary. He could play like knight C3, D3, but eventually it becomes a closed Sicilian. He's eventually going to have to cave and play D3 and E4 to get his bishop out, The other possibility is what? Like D4, C4, and then have a bishop in a queen pawn game on A2 blocked by your C4 pawn? That doesn't make sense. You pretty much have to do D3. Yeah, see? And now C5. I'll show you. Haha, tricked you into playing D3. You thought I was going to play bishop B7, but I didn't. I knew that it would happen. Eventually, we would get a symmetrical English. Your favorite opening. You want to play C4. You want to play C4 and block your bishop on A2. Ronnie 216 is followed. I was on the fence about bishop B7. He's eventually going to play E4, so be it, Hypermodern versus hypermodern. The line of demarcation. It's the neutral zone, the Romulan neutral zone. We have a ship in the Romulan neutral zone. In the C5 quadrant. It could be vulnerable to Romulan attack. Alright. Yeah, we're basically doing nothing. Both sides are doing nothing. Okay, so it looks like he's going to play b4. He got his rook off the long diagonal, and he's found an alternate. b4 is a very strong move here for white. I highly recommend it. Maybe it's not that bad, actually. Hello? You have entered the Romulan neutral zone. Would you like to continue or withdraw? This is your last warning. Is he trying to make chess boring? We're both successfully making it a boring game. Together. Working together. Right. Well, eventually, somebody's going to have to do something. Yeah, fine. It's a Spanish. It's a Joko. It's a Joko piano. After e4. Boring Joko. What a boring Joko this was. I'm coming to grips with accepting a weak d5 square. Learning to play the Najdorf and the Roy Lopez with black. Openings that I never really, Najdorf with e5 and essentially e5 base defenses. The Najdorf Sicilian and the Roy Lopez have a lot in common because you're often playing with an e5 pawn and your d5 square is sensitive. I always avoided it like the plague, but only live once. Might as well play the Najdorf like everybody else. Alright, yeah, e4 is strong, and I think e4 was inevitable for white. But I have d5. He has bishop g5, but it's not that effective, bishop g5. And we have another knight to back it up, so you're not really winning anything. So bishop g5, I just take on e4. Okay, so bye-bye central pawn. Which way do I take? Knight f4. So black has a very slight edge here. Another exciting game. I guess Shaki decided to play in safe mode. He has multiple modes. Really, none of my games were impressive so far. Morales was kind of crappy. And then nothing special with white and a draw. And then again here with black, nothing special. Position is a tiny bit better for black. Morales, really amazing. Accidental exchange sacrifice in the first game. Which rook should I use? He went back. Ah. That's why. What about the b4 break? Where's that my Marazzi, anti-Marazzi break coming in? You have lost on time. Congratulations. You lost on time. Down. Flag. Knight. Knight f6. Knight f6. Why does this feel wrong? Ah. He's a traitor. You are a traitor to the empire. You will be punished. And now, so e4. e4 take. e4 take, c4. A little too draw-ish. f5, c4, or b4. I wonder about g5. g5, c4, knight f4. That's crazy, right? I don't know if that's a good idea. c4, knight f4, bishop f4. How do I recapture? Am I really better there? Wow. So now f5. a4. Not a bad move. e4. e4, pawn e4, rook e4. What about pawn e4? Ponifer trees. Ponifer. Oh my god. That's a nice king you've got there. Bad idea. What am I doing? Damn it. It's a weird move. That's a weird move you've got there. Ah. Yes. Damn it. What am I doing? Oh my god, he missed. He missed a better move. It's the time. He missed g3. g3. Alexa. Oh no. What about two connected pass pawns? Is that good? What? Oh, I tried to make it a legal move. My bad. Sorry about that illegal move thing. I do that sometimes. Alright. Now, push. Push it real good. H3, A7, H2. There could be a problem here. Oh my god. Yeah, that could be a problem. He found King G1, which I missed. Now there's G4, A7, G3. I think rather than allow that, first off, I don't think I played this optimally. Happy New Year. Acerbate. White resigned. Alright. Yeah, I sort of scammed him on the clock there. We scammed him. It should have been equal. I think white was only like a tiny bit worse. Yeah, wasn't so bad. Here. Wow, the rook ending is still holdable. Down one pawn. It wasn't before, though. Okay, I'm winning after e4 now. It's equal. Yeah, I was only a tiny bit better, and you were... Even a4 was probably a good move. You were hanging on here. Bishop e3 is a blunder. Then I blundered by taking it. And then you're okay. I thought you had g3. Oh wow, g3 isn't so clear because I can play bishop d4. So you have to find knight e2 instead, which is just way better. Wow, you're actually better after knight e2. That was a really bad mistake. The game was completely equal up until this point. You're only like a tiny bit worse. Yeah. That was solid mode. I was afraid you were going to do like c4 and b4 somehow. But it's not... I don't know. I mean, I think that's like the more natural kind of plan. But that's also more dynamic. Alright. Round 4. I'm tired of you... you playing a6. Yeah. He's just going to play the Philidor, so I'll play the Philidor against him. Right. Anti-Philidor. Anti. Here we go again. The King's Indian again. That's all I can do. Alright. I don't like the King's Indian against the Sicilian particularly, but now I have a like d3. Now that I've played d3, my options are English, English or close Sicilian or King's Indian attack. That's all you got. I didn't feel like going into e4. You got a point, Astrobate. You had a point earlier and you threw it away. I can't play the... I mean, what am I supposed to do? The boring English. Nefedov. The Nefedov defense. Uh-oh, nope. No, it's a Botvinnik. No, it's a Botvinnik system. I think this is a solid choice for black, but... Okay, it's not easy to win against the English anyway, no matter what you do. Or knight f3. Either way, like, white's playing a fairly solid style opening. But English, not as solid as knight f3 probably. Now f5 is very early here. Very early indeed. You gotta watch for b4. A guy dropped a piece against me in like 3 moves recently. But I'm not sure I want to be like retreating my knight back. a3 threatens nothing. Whereas like bishop d2 is more constructive. I got me a pint. That was good coffee. Last night I had a coffee at like 8:30 and I couldn't sleep until like 4 in the morning. Alright, knight g5. So you're not going to castle queenside, are you? In the Botvinnik system. So knight g5 is playable. I mean, knight g5 and f4 with additional control of the center. You're allowing me to do that. Knight g5, bishop g8, f4, h6, knight f3. I mean... If not, we'll just transpose to standard position. Bear. Think about bears. I can't bear it anymore, Astrobate. This is the only way to justify, to quote unquote, justify playing knight to g5. Otherwise, I derive no benefit from moving that knight a second time. But I don't know if it's actually good or weakening. It should be good. There is a weakening element to it as well. There's no way I would want to play like knight h3, by the way. Would I? This is what I'm wondering. Maybe there's a, a kind of like benefit in that, like here, going to f4 isn't so stupid. It's like not blocking my bishop. I mean, I know games where black played like this in the closed Sicilian. Maurice Brooms. So, Boylston Chess Club Championship in the 1990s. There was this guy from Guyana. He was 2300. Pretty good player. Maybe the strongest player ever from Guyana. Speaking of Guyana. Wait, there's two Guyanas, right? There's like French Guyana and Guyana. Alright. Now it's all one big Venezuelan oil field. Okay, so knight e3. If you take, I will take with a knight. Obviously. That's the point now. If you don't take, but you play d5, he's not going to castle queenside. So what are you doing over there? Keeping an eye on this. I guess he's really going to think about castling queenside. Maybe you should castle queenside in the... He likes to castle queenside in the Sicilian, I know that. But, in a closed Sicilian... Probably not the optimal type position where you want to be thinking about castling queenside. So how's the standings? We're tied for first. Mr. Coffee used 100 bits earlier. I didn't credit him for that. Did I? Mr. Coffee, thank you. Tried to start a hype train. Fail. Next stream will be Thursday analysis stream. Morales already submitted a game. What was it? Wow. The 4 pawns attack. Well, I was thinking, maybe I can take on e5 and carve out a square for my knight on f4 here. This one has to go first. That's a nice Marazzi you've got there. This is a crazy situation. I really don't know. Even e4 has to be considered. Which way is he going to take? With the bishop or with the knight? I'm castled, you're not. And again, I strongly recommend you castle queenside. Okay, now we win control of the d5 square, but he has access to this. So should I take knight f4? Take knight f4. Take check on a4. Take knight f4. E4. Knight f4. Knight f4, knight f4. Pawn f4. Are you a pawn f4? Acerbate. Pawnophile. Another word for chess lover. Speaking of chess lover, e4. Queen a4 check is kind of lame. Pawniferous. What about e4? Ooh, that looks scary. Ooh. Check. So queen d7, bishop c3, castles queenside. All he wants to do is castle queenside. He's obsessed with castling queenside. He'll try to do it in any position. How about queen b3? It's slow. I need b4. Now I really need b4. I need a radical tactic. Knight takes g6 or something. If this is a normal Marazzi, what would I do? So that's a surprising move. What if I don't play e3? Yeah, stupid. I need this tempo. I was thinking about king h1, but I have like no threats, so you can just castle queenside or kingside or whatever. Castle queenside, knight e6, queen d5 check, wins my knight. So now things get interesting. You know, now everything has to be considered. Bishop c3, e4. g5, queen h5 check. Okay. If castles, bishop e5, knight takes g6. There's no check. Because my king's on g1. And if castles queenside, again, it's take, take, take. Accusations. King f7. Everyone here is sus. Yeah, king f7 is like an invitation to e4. Invitation to e4. That's what I said. Check. What's up with check? Please no accusations in the chat. I'm the only one allowed to make accusations. And I'll thank you very much. Now where are you castling to? He found that. Queen b5, queen e5. Oh no, queen e5. Queen c4, queen e5. It sounds so simple. I can't afford to live in America, man. Life in Hungary, we have lots of inflation here. It sucks. Inflation sucks. Am I getting scammed into this? Did I have a better move like Queen E6 check? Hungary used to be affordable. Now it's like as expensive as most other European cities. Wait for it. When's the blunder coming? How many pawns does he have for the exchange? How dare you? He has 1 pawn for the exchange. 1 pawn for the exchange, but a very solid structure. He had to castle queenside because of his, queenside castling obsession. Whatever. Obviously, castling queenside in the Botvinnik system is standard. Again, taking the exchange. Me? Is there a check? Yeah, that knight gets in the game. I'm in trouble. All right. These 2 rooks could do some damage to the black king, though, if I could get them in there. Uh-oh. That's not nice. I'm up the exchange, damn it. Ready? Oh no. We gotta get the second rook in. Rook row. Rook raster. Sigurumi. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I just call him Sigurumi. Alright. I think he's giving up hope. Maybe not. Knight c4 with the idea of this is not so easy. Damn it. Damn it. King b6. Knight f5. He did it. What? I think he forgot that I had that move. Somehow I think I had an easier way to do this. That's curious. It's really weird. Alright, E5. No. Finally. Alright. Poof. Please substitute the game. Apprentice. My apprentice. Apprenticeship. Alright. Bijak, are you playing? Oh no. Alright. Where's our tournament? .23 near battle. Alright. 3.5. Let's see. Oof. Tommy Gunn. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's like, okay, he's 10 CPL. No wonder he's paranoid. You beat Oms with 10 CPL. This was a normal, kind of normal game. Obviously. Good evening all, Chess Riddle. Just some blitz. Uh-oh. Alright, you see, Schumacher, what? Did you up your rating to 2052? I asked him to raise his rating so it wouldn't be embarrassing to play him anymore. He's up to 2052. Did you go up to 2052? Did you raise your rating for me? Honey. But you're not... I thought you were like 1900 and everything. Okay, maybe you were already 2052. No, I forgot what I was going to play. Now I'm reduced to playing the Panov like always. Were you drunk or sober when you gained rating points? I don't remember. Every time I get drunk, like, I start gaining all kinds of rating points now. I wake up the next day and, like, I suddenly am 300 points higher. Oh, he's doing this now on a regular basis. Come on. You seriously, like, switched variations? That doesn't happen very often. Sorry, bro. I don't play the advanced variation in serious towel variation because it's called the towel variation. It just sounds good. Already, you're already out of book. It's the main line. Okay. I think playing the advanced variation is hard. You know, closed positions are very strategic. I don't feel comfortable playing closed positions with a fast time control. Tactics is easy, but strategy is not, you know, so. We had this exact line the other day. He's like, I don't remember this theory. Remember? I played like bishop c4 here against you. Something stupid. Yeah, the classical lines are better. The problem is, like, every 5-year-old knows, like, 30 moves of theory and those classical Caro-Khans. The other problem is that knight f6 is starting to get played. So now you have, like, two really reliable variations for black. Where every 6-year-old knows, like, 30 moves of theory. Something like the fantasy variation is good. The Pawnda is good. If you really know your classical lines, you can play it. I just don't really know it that well. You know, objectively, like, the advanced variation is probably the best, but I personally find it very hard to play, you know, space advantage positions in a fast time control. I think having less space can be an advantage. Playing the white side of the King's Indian, the Marazzi, even the black side of the King's Indian, whatever, you know. It's hard to play closed positions in a fast time control. I'd rather play any kind of open games. It depends on the opponent, too. I think you need to pay special attention to whether people can play better in closed or open positions. Specific players. There's a lot of variation there. The last guy I played in the Hungarian Team Championship is like a master. Very strong in open games, but he's like kind of not so great in closed positions. Now, obviously, if you're white, you have a lot more like leeway what you can do with people. If you're black, it's kind of hard to do anything, regardless. But not everyone is that easy to pin down either. He's still, you know, he's not only in theory, but he's like playing this like book pawn sacrifice and claiming he's out of theory on move 3 or 4 or whatever, move 6. Now he's still in theory with the pawn sack e6. Come on, bro. This is like the sharpest way that I can play, probably. I don't know the theory from this point. I mean, white's supposed to be a little bit better, I guess. B7 is hanging. And he's down a pawn. An issue with Twitch? What? The Carlo, Monte Carlo French. Yeah, I mean, I hate the exchange French, but in a blitz game, I think the Monte Carlo, blitz or rapid, Monte Carlo is good. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a very good practical choice. The French players don't like it at all, It doesn't matter if it's objectively an advantage for white according to Stockfish. I think playing quick positions, playing fast chess requires open games better if possible. I mean, especially when you're white and you want to use your advantage in terms of development, whatnot. What are you doing here? Knight d5, okay. So he's a pawn down. But he has pretty good pieces. We both have a redundant knight. Not really his style, though. I mean, Volga. I can't win against Volga. Because you're calling it the wrong name. It's called the Benko. It's your Russo Orthodox naming that's the problem. If you change to the Catholic, then there's a cabbage smell. Oh. Cabbage, is it a tradition in Serbia too? Cabbage is a big tradition here. And it smells like feet. Cabbage is a big tradition here in Hungary. Feet smell. I imagine in Serbia it's similar. Pig farming and cabbage growing culture. Cabbage culture. There was what's his face who used to play in the tournaments? Camel culture. You could troll him by making an account called Cabbage Culture. He's camel. No, he's not Camel Culture. I call him Camel Culture. Cabbage smells like feet. What's with the pawn sack variation? I mean, actually, this is a great line, but you got to play faster. I would think this is a great practical line for black. I don't like taking a pawn and losing the initiative, really. But I don't really have another choice. What am I supposed to do, other than that? Your computer is playing really well today. What about knight e4? Damn, dude, this is rough. Knight f4. Knight f4, knight c3. Knight f4, knight c3. Knight f4, knight f4, bishop f4. Knight f4. Yeah, let's do knight f4. Whatever. Yeah, I was wondering about his comment, Nefidov. It didn't make a lot of sense. It was an issue with Twitch. Sometimes it grabs the wrong piece. The dementia is starting. Knight c3. Knight c3, b c3, rook c3. Could I have played knight e6 there? Well, I'm saving that for next move. My d4 pawn, if I lose c3, then d4 is weak. But it'll cost you a bishop. and a part of your structure. I hope you didn't need that bishop for anything. Very intuitive. Mr. Intuitive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Classic 2000 player. Okay, if bishop takes b7, bishop takes d4. Or I can play the lovely bishop b2 and have a great bishop. Have a nice day. One of those smiley face t-shirts. Oh. Bishop takes b7. This isn't like a little greedy, is it? 677 months of tier 3. Rip. Is tier 3 broken? Tier 3 is broken. You know, Neftab, Astrobate's been trying to subscribe on tier 3 on lichess for like months now, and he doesn't understand why he can't subscribe on tier 3 on lichess. Dude, that cabbage is brutal, man. Don't get a room next to the kitchen. Queen c7. The puzzler will ask the Riddler if you're puzzled. Chess Riddler might be of some assistance. Does anyone else know how to... Do you know how to subscribe to tier 3? Manage your sub. Lifetime sub, tier 3. I'm a lifetime sub to my own stream. Unbelievable. How much does lifetime sub cost? I'm playing h4. And you found an outpost. Rip Schumacher. He said he's puzzled, so I sent him to the Riddler. That's a stupid joke, sorry. Oh no. Schumacher is much more deadly in the morning. Morning breath. Rook b8 check, rook b7. But I play better when I'm like on game 5. I'm in my prime now. Prime time. Between game. I might even spot like a 2-move tactic. Oh no, he has it. No. No, you have the trick. Oh my god. You're lost, I tell you. No, you're definitely lost. Rook f6 was a better try, but it was lost all the way. All right. So what happened in the opening, Mr. Doesn't Know Any Theory? This is like the main line. See, this is where Abasuaiva, whatever her name is, Bibi Sara played this against me. And I was out of book against her. So that's the main line, actually. And like, she never ever played the Caro Kann. So I was like, what the fuck, man? That was like, now it's like 4 years ago. Holy shit. That was 4 years ago. I was just thinking, I saw this like photo I made 4 years ago. The last 4 years just was like, boop, since the COVID pandemic. It's unbelievable. I was just playing in that Rigo tournament, and Rigo was still alive, and it was like 2020, and I think it was just before COVID started. Maybe it was... Maybe I'm thinking of 2019. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of 2019, actually. That was 5 years ago. Ugh. Smelly cheese, but cabbage is somehow even worse. So this is not book. You're supposed to play the Bibi Sara move. But I think it's also interesting to play knight a6. This is the Hurtan system. Queen b6. Alright, anyway. Next. Back to tournament. Now, Tomigan beat Cormoran. 3 inaccuracies, 20 CPL. Wow. Getting more and more suspicious. See you soon. That's enough. Enough cheating for me. No, I'm just kidding. That's amazing, though. He has 3 inaccuracies, 20 cent upon loss, and he was, like, lost. Well, not lost, but he was practically lost. It looks like, against Cormoran here. Minus 2.2. Wow, this looks like it was, what the hell was this? What was this opening? This wasn't a Smith-Morrow, was it? What the heck was the opening? Oh, it was. Oh, one of these E5 Smith-Morrows. Alright. Yeah, I mean, there's some people who've been advocating that, you know, and it's interesting. Abdicating. The Danish queen has abdicated this. Bobix was always recommending it. And somebody else. Can't remember who it was. I mean, it's okay, it's playable. I think, you know, but I think, like, once, like, it becomes popular, it'll lose its... kind of lose its, I don't know, you know, lose its interest. But no, it's okay. It looks like it's playable. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of value in new things that people don't know. You know, I mean, I'm playing, like, a whole bunch of different weird stuff against the Smith-Morrow. I think it's more important that you play something that the opponent doesn't know than what is objectively good, you know? And I think avoiding trends is optimal. Oh no, King Kong with another, like, 2 bishops and pawn versus 2 bishops and pawn. What do you guys think the evaluation is of that ending? 2 bishops and pawn versus 2 bishops and pawn. So what happens if one side, like, sacks their bishop for the pawn? One of their bishops for the pawn. Then it's like the bishop... It's going to end up being like bishop and pawn versus two bishops. It's ridiculous. How is King Kong gonna win this, dude? Like, he swindled Asterbait. What happens is, like, Ruslan doesn't have the wherewithal to just sack one of his bishops. The problem is, like, dude, you're gonna have to sack one of your bishops. So just accept it and move on, you know? I think he found the only way to, like, lose or something here. What? Is it obstacle or bishops now? Anyway, this will give us a break. Two bishops in pawn versus two bishops in pawn, man. I mean, Grievin-Osov would love that ending. You could probably, like, drag it out like 250 moves or something. Alright, draw. Ruslan Americ gets his first draw against King Kong. Yeah, thank you guys for not dragging that out unnecessarily there. Clearly the final position is a draw. But I think that in most cases, two bishops and pawn versus two bishops and pawn is a draw. Believe it or not. Cormoran lost. Aldisto beat Kakatiri. So Tommy Gunn is losing to the bye next round. And Pandaro has 3 points. Ruslan has 2.5. Ahm's left. Kakatiri 2.5. King Kong only 2.5. Wow. So he lost to some strong players. And Schumacher lost to a very strong player last round. I like that last game. I played almost a decent game. Wow, so I don't know, man. I mean, your play seemed really good, honestly. I don't understand, like, why this isn't played more often. Does anybody understand this? What the hell is wrong with e6? I mean, it looks like the most natural move in the world. Why isn't that played more? Is that the engine's move? Or it likes bishop g4? The engine actually likes a5. a5 has a good score, too. Interesting. So black has a whole bunch of different options here. But I think that e6 is fine. And you have compensation. I will say, though, that you probably don't have winning chances. Objectively. Dr. Trip Chance, you need to come in and, like, beat me in the last round. Are you here? Nefidov with 2 points. Morales with 2. Out. Shaki out. Miyamoto with 2. Marco Ivan 1.5. We've got I Am Pandaro in the last round. Happy New Beer. New Beer. This is round 6 or round 7? Round 6 started. This is round 6. This is a 7-round tournament, not a round 6. Not a round 6 tournament. Asterby, did you subscribe to tier 7 yet? Alright. The Pierce defense. Aha, tricked you. Played the Kraken. Accelerated Kraken. You. Oh no, C3. Now it's a C3 Sicilian with A6 in. That's a really disappointing move. Oh, that's gross, dude. That's really gross. So, I'm transposing to a C3 Sicilian where I played A6 kind of early. But obviously, Black has other options. I can play E5 now, for example. And this will be very similar to the game with Morales. In fact, was this the exact game against Morales? This is my exact position against Morales. He did bishop E3, though. I've had a bunch of games like this now. I even had a game like this with White, except my opponent didn't play A6, the first round of the Hungarian Team Championship. Somehow. You've had a nice day so far. Oh, you hope I've had a nice day. I'm sort of, my sleep schedule's really messed up, and I'm like, to be honest, staying up too late, and then it's hard to wake up in the morning, and I'm all out of whack. But it's okay. Can I do G6? Is it too slow? It's this A6 is kind of costly in terms of a full tempo. This is not really a dangerous setup, though. I mean, I've had a lot of games like this lately. Tempting to do bishop E7 or H6 there. I could play H6. I'm not sure what benefit it does. Mr. Huffy, this is like a Tory attack now. Essentially. We're just playing a Tory attack. And A6 is not maybe that uncommon. It does stop bishop E5, which can be an annoying move in some positions. I'll like try to go to sleep at 1 o'clock and end up like playing all these unrated games. My only chance to play normally is like casual games on my phone. But I get really into it, and before you know it, you've played like 25, 7-5 or 5-3 games. I'll play like 5-3 games. And then I get really angry because I play these people they like cheat in unrated games. He didn't push the quit button. Yeah, I mean, this is a strange cat, man. That's a strange cat. That dude. I guess his heart is in the right place, but he's pretty weird. I don't know how many accounts he's had now. So Pandara played the opening very well. Sorry about that, Aldous, though. That sucks to do that in the last round. Oh, we have one more round left. So actually, there's one more round left. No? This isn't round 7. This is round 6. Yeah, go play some Hyperbullet in between rounds or get some dinner. Order a gyros. Doner kebab. I don't like playing G5. G5, bishop G3, knight H5. Had a game very similar to this yesterday. Generally speaking, in the Tory attack, I don't like doing this. And I still remember a game I had at this guy. I went to this guy's house, Peter Howe. He later became like one of those MIT blackjack team guys. I still remember, it's so funny, I still remember playing the black side of the Tory attack against him in blitz games in like 1991, you know. It's funny how like some things just stay with you. Does this lose a pawn? You're not losing a pawn, you're gaining a friend. It's just a pawn. He's sacking the pawn on purpose. But anyway, so the takeaway from the blitz session with Peter Howe was that I didn't like what happened when I would play G5 in these typical Tory attack King's Indian positions. But I think the truth is that this is too simplistic an approach. I am Pandaro. Was it you who had the exact same theme against me and beat me in the simul? Holy shit. Are you kidding me? You had the exact same thing happen in our simul game? Or was it someone else? There was someone who had like G4, knight H4. It wasn't you. Oh, okay. Someone had G4, knight H4, knight takes D4 in the simul game, and it wasn't you. It was the other player who's in this tournament, Musashi. Yeah, I also had this Ponziani type position in the first round of Hungarian Team Championship. Second round, the first round I played, and yeah, I think it's a very solid system for white. But I was going to just take the pawn, and I decided to play g4. I don't know if this is really a good idea. Now, round 6, I'm getting a little bit reckless and tired. I think round 5 I peaked. I was peaking in round 4, round 5. Round 1 and round 2, I'm like not warmed up. Round 3, round 4, round 5 is my peak, and then round 5, and then round 6 and round 7, I'm starting to get tired. My plan was to just take on d4 here, and I don't know if I can rationalize, you giving up a pawn. This I didn't think of. That's another pawn. That's a different pawn, but it's not hanging either. Shit. Okay, so if I take... No, this is crazy. I take, you take, I take. I take, you take, I take. You take, I take. I take it. You take it. How's the H-file treating you? You're going to attack me on the H-file now, but I have the center. And you can't get me on the dark squares. I have dark square immunity. Who untimed out G-Souts? I thought I gave him a permanent timeout. Thank you for unbanning me, sire. H-file. Wait. It's a London system. Guys, thanks for the hype train that we didn't get today. We'll get it on Thursday. Game analysis stream. Please submit games for Thursday. We have Thursday, Friday, Sunday schedule this week. Game analysis on Thursday. Tomorrow's not a streaming day. One more round here. But it was nice of Chess Lover to leave and let me win the tournament. What's up, everybody? This just looks bad for white. I mean, but I'm not sure I handled it correctly. I think that g4... My feeling is that g4 was unnecessary. I should just take this pawn, probably. If I had it to do over again, I think bishop g4 also at least deserves consideration. Maybe it's not so great, but I didn't even consider it. Bishop g4 is a move too. But just knight d4, knight d4, bishop d4. I looked at e5, but what does he really have something here? I don't think so. Basically, white's supposed to exchange pawns on e5 at some point, right? Actually, does he have knight takes e5 here? No, I looked at that, okay. Yeah, knight e5, does he have it? Knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5, pawn e5. I didn't even analyze this line. That's also good for me. Mr. Coffee gifted tier 1 sub to Dr. Tripp. Dr. Tripp's disease. Whoa! Wow. Alright. That wasn't on the radar. Wow, that's insane. That's officially dangerous. This is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. Officially dangerous move. I can't imagine that that's okay. We go broke. Ah. It's interesting, the origin of that saying. Where does that come from? You know, it's actually in English we would normally say go for broke, right? But it makes you wonder now that you bring it up, like where does that originate from? Going for broke. Why does it go for broke? So this could be dangerous. There's just one idea that bothers me. This rook f4. If I try to play, I wanted to play queen g5, and he has that rook f4, rook g4. Maybe it's not a big deal. Obviously f6 is a thing too. If he plays f6 though, he loses control of this diagonal. So like queen g5, rook f4, h5, rook h4. Go for broke. Maybe no, you can't play f6. Yeah, Alexa, what is the origin of the expression? No, we need like ChatGPT for this. Alexa isn't enough. What is the origin of the expression go for broke? Because you literally don't want to go broke. You're usually like risking going broke, and you say go for broke, but the phrase doesn't really make sense, you know? Like, it makes it sound like the goal is going broke. Like you're going for broke, like you want to go broke or something. But you say it literally when you don't want to go broke. You know, it's like weird. English is a weird language. Alright, so now this is a very big, you know, if I play d5, he has e5, which is annoying. So I thought this, also freeing up my king. Possible exchange, sacrifice on e5, tries to play e5. To wager everything on one roll. Oh wow. Piglin. Those are like those pig monsters. The pig monsters in the new Minecraft. Piglins. Pigeon. That's acerbate spelling of pigeon. Hawaiian. Crap slang. Well, popularized by the movie. There was actually a movie named Go for Broke. The 442nd Infantry Regiment's unit motto. Wow, from World War II, I guess. Rook takes b2 check. Another way of potentially sacking the exchange. But king f8 is a safe square. Hopefully. This move may be a little bit on the slow side. But you can never be too safe on the dark squares. I have dark square immunity, like I said before. d5, e5, rook takes e5, knight takes e5, queen e5. Something like rook e1. I mean, I believe this gotta be fine. I mean, it's very minimum. I have 2 pawns for the exchange, and I'm safe on the dark squares. Three pawns for the exchange with rook takes b2 check. All my pieces are good. The only thing is that his king is kind of gonna just like chill on, his king can chill on h3 or something. It's actually hard. This is a nice move. b4, I didn't see that. Unfortunately. Piglin. And it's defended laterally as well. Pig Latin. What's one of those expressions that you heard your whole life, but you never really understood? Like, why? Why it's like said like that, and what's the point, you know? What's this move do? He has light square immunity. Now you can play f6. Let's see if I can screw this up. 3 beautiful connected pass pawns. Right. A5, G5. A5, G5, bishop takes G5. Rook takes. Now, I must protect my pawns. Damn it. Not so easy. I must protect the key pawns. The key pawn. So I have to keep the 2 connectors. Now I can even lose. Pandaro has quickness. What about these 2 connectors? Black must still be better. I can't defend my pawn. God damn it. What am I doing? Trying to lose, apparently. Wow. He's really quick. Okay, I still have 2 pawns for the exchange. You had a lot of options there. Man, that was a really strange decision. Oh, you were in check. Oh no. Pawn's too fast. But I mean, there's probably some way you could have saved it. Oh man, I think I messed this up entirely. Yeah, it's definitely round 6. It's a draw. I figured it was a draw, like once you got to this position. Once you got my A pawn, you weren't supposed to win my C6 pawn. So that was really a huge blunder. This was like being anal retentive about my A pawn. I should have just played C5. I was worried about you fixing this. It was ridiculous. I was winning. Wow, you have a draw somehow. Wow, rook c1. Because on bishop b7, you have bishop takes a6, or what? Just rook b1. You have to find rook c1. But it's not surprising. It's not surprising. It's a draw. You know. Objectively, I was lazy. I should have taken with the bishop. I think my king is even safer than your king. Although it's hard to say. I mean, this isn't that easy. This is not easy. I don't know. I mean, I thought it would just be safer to trade queens. Yeah. Well, it was, but also it was a draw. Wow, last round. Aldisto in second place. Ruslan Bear is going to play me in the last round, it looks like. Oh no, King Kong, not King Kong. Please, no King Kong. King Kong. King Kong. King Kong. There it is. See? It's like when I'm like hoping for a card on the river, you know. It doesn't matter like which way I say it. If I say the opposite of what I want, it's still I'm unlucky. If I try to do like, I'll do the opposite. I'll say the card I don't want to see. I'll be like ace, and there it is. You know, it comes anyway. Whatever I don't want, it happens. Ruslan would have been a much easier pairing. This player's been very oh, we had a Sveshnikov. I'm not gonna play that line again. I had a tough game yesterday on my Smurf account. Very narrow escape against this 2300. He berserked against me in an arena, and it was a very similar game to what I had with King Kong last time. So I'm not going to do that. In honor of Emery Tate Velimirovich. The Emery Tate Velimirovich variation. Wait a minute. No, did I wait too long? He's much better. What's this? What is that? Pawn takes pawn is a mistake, isn't it? What am I? Am I losing my mind? Did I just blunder, or is that... What is going on here? I don't understand. Wait a minute. Can I play G3? This doesn't seem right. What is going on here? G3, bishop e6. Oh, come on, Asterbait. What's up with this position? I don't understand. Like, you played the special half. Yeah, I thought queen h5 too, but I don't know how it works. Huh. What about g4? I mean, speaking of Velimirovich, I was thinking of doing that anyway. Yeah, I mean, I also thought queen h5. But I'm confused now. Did I mess up the move order, or did my opponent? I thought this is a mistake. He's not supposed to be able to play f takes e4. But after queen h5, what am I threatening? I don't understand what I'm threatening after queen h5. Ask me, what are we going to do with you? You've been a bad boy again. Couldn't control your impulses. Right? Okay. So do I play knight c2 or bishop g2? Impulse. Impulse control. You're 1126. Is that your rating? The other day, yesterday to be exact, I was playing some arena on my Smurf account, and there were some people talking in the chat, and they were like, does anybody else have a US rating? I'm looking at the chat, and this other guy is like, I'm 1700. I'm 1500. And then one of them was like, I mean, I thought they're like adults or something. I have no idea. And like one of them was like, I'm 7, and the other one's, oh, I'm 9. And it's funny, they're like the 7 and 9-year-olds like having this like conversation in the chat about the ratings. I just thought it would be like funny if I know this is really juvenile, but I had this very strong temptation to like be like, I'm 3, and I'm like, I'm 3 and I'm 2000. Like, you could just see it, like a 3-year-old. I'm a 3-year-old, and I have like perfect grammar. They would get all upset. Poor guys. They would be like beside themselves. What if, they realized that there were 3-year-olds who were rated like 2000? Form of an ice cube. The Wonder Twins. I just wanted to troll them. Really, that I was 3 years old. They'd be like, you couldn't type yet. Could you imagine what they would say? You're not 3. That's bull. No, really, I'm 3. Dog years. You're not really 3. There's, what was it at the World Youth or a women's European Rapid? Like a 9-year-old girl was top scoring woman or something. What was that? Some crazy result? I like my position here. Have you seen the white squares? Knight is right. the dead zone. This is the dead zone. Oh, b4. Oh boy. I don't care about that. Intuitive sacrifice. I do kind of wonder, like, where should I put my king? I wanted to play the g4, but he like took on e4 before I could play it in this game. It's kind of funny. That's one of those things you play once and then you never play it again against someone. New Year's Rapid. Pawnda. I've played really unimpressive games today. I just want to say that to everybody. I want to apologize to all of my opponents for beating them with unconvincing play. It's not your imagination. My play is scammy and unconvincing. Look at this 97. Zipper gripper. What a move. What about rook d1? Maybe it would be better just to take on e7. I mean, then my c3 pawn's hanging, though. I'm gonna castle kingside. Just wanted to let you know. I'm not like Albus though. I don't beat people with bad play. I just beat people with uninspired and routine play. Or don't beat them at all. I just like win on time. Or they make some kind of really bad blunder. I'm just good at being, unconvincing. What is going on with this guy? He was like... It seems like perfect defense by black from what looked like a bad position. Now, queen g5. That's not what I expected. Not what I expected. I thought you had queen a5 there, and that was your point. You're going to go after the diagonal and after my c3 pawn. This really does surprise me now. h4. Here we go with the exchange again. Queen takes g4. h4, queen takes g4. 97 check, king h8. That's winning the exchange. Not the greatest exchange ever. Feels like I should have some other tactic here. The gripper zipper. What about maybe G4? I mean, we have a lot of moves. Bishop B7. Should be winning here. F3. F3. Like, I'm winning the exchange every game. Well, actually, last game I sacrificed the exchange. That was a good sacrifice. Bishop F8. Okay. Fine. Be that as it may. Oh my god. It's the only way I can screw this up. To play rook c6. Not the only way, but the best way to screw this up. Probably. Bishop F8, nice. It's a nice move you've got there. This must fail somehow. He'll come up with a tactic with like no time. Yep. Of course. Of course. What would you expect? Alright. I have to take here. I could have just played that. Can I castle at some point? This is getting a little bit weirder. Okay, rook c6 now. He's 2,000 in blitz. Don't say good game too early, please. Yeah, I'm only up the exchange. Not even. Can I take your bishop at some point? Rook. Okay. Okay, now. Now we're talking. Wow. I'm just trying to find a way to lose. Or just screw this up in general. Hang my a-pawn, I probably can't win. If you take my a-pawn off the board, I'm not winning. Oh, another way to screw it up. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, what a surprise. He had that. Oh my god. It's so weird, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't beat him again. Mm-hmm. No draw. Obviously. Doesn't want to draw. Of course not. Let's see this, dude. Was it like perfect defense? Man, bishop f8. So this was stupid. How did I screw this up? Totally winning. The only move that doesn't win. I allow e4. I'm still winning according to the engine, but I have to find rook a1, which is like impossible. It's unbelievable. Black still had 21 CPL. After not knowing f takes e4 in the opening. That's not too weird, you know? You're playing the Sveshnikov and you play f takes e4 here. That's kind of unbelievable. Of course, I don't know what to do. No, I'm supposed to play not queen h5. I'm supposed to play bishop takes b5. I totally haven't looked at this in ages. No one has played against me. There's just no way that someone who's that strong doesn't know this. With black, you're just like... It's impossible, dude. I mean, you play the Sveshnikov and you don't know bishop g7? It's ridiculous that I don't know this either. Thinking like Pandoru. But I had a feeling it wasn't right. You know, with g4, I transposed back into Emery Tate versus Casella, which is what I intended on playing anyway. Ironically. When he plays bishop g7, I'm going to play that. Because Tate plays g4, the guy takes and then plays c3. So I got the position I wanted, but by a funky move order. But I don't know, man. This is crazy. I'm just totally winning. I'm lucky I'm not worse in the final position. That's crazy, dude. I mean, I just have a completely winning position and lose in one move. Okay, it's not so simple, but that's funny. Well, because I was about to play a5, right? So here, try a5 on, right? That's a draw. That's an instant draw. So I almost blundered a5 with an instant draw. Instead, I blundered king e2, which is like practically just as bad. So I have to play king f2, which is counterintuitive, you know, allowing to go like check, and then walk my king away from the center. And now I'm winning. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just hard to believe that someone who plays the Sveshnikov would play this move. And this game was obviously played by the other move order. I just want to note that my move is actually, I think it's an improvement on Tate Casella. I was there. I was there when that game was played, ironically, at the U.S. Masters in 1998. That was the tournament where I played Lembedol, and then he jumped off the roof like a couple weeks later. Bishop G2 is better than Tate's C3. I had already looked at this because I played this against a number of people in Blitz. It's very effective. No one knows exactly how to play it. This game was played... Yeah, U.S. Masters in Chicago. Yeah, it's bullshit, but it's tricky, you know. Tate lost, though. Mike's not a bad player. So, anyway. Yeah, this is funny. I just never remember this. So, A takes B... Wait. I have to play F takes E, Bishop takes B5. Okay. Bishop takes B5, A B5. Knight takes B5. Looks like something Blobix would do with black. This is not that clear. Is this Blobix's move? Something else. Blobix has some variation where he did this. Bishop E6, check. King D7. This, you know, how clear is this? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's crazy enough to try it in online chess. There's probably like a million games. Anyway. Alright. I still won the tournament somehow. Although, again, I was very unconvincing. Aldisto was second place, 5.5. It was his last round game against Ruslan. Anticlimactic. The suspicious Tommy Gunn in third place. King Kong now with fourth place. Pandaro, nice job, fifth. Cormoran, sixth. Ruslan Bear continuing to improve. He's not sus, like Astrobate says. Shockey underperforming. Nefedov with 3.5. And Musashi with 10th place. Astrobate, where are you? Got you a point. Oof, it's been a rough week, Astrobate. 0 for 6. But you got the bye. Guys, please don't forget to submit games for Thursday's stream. Congratulations, and thanks to all of you for playing. Congratulations to Aldisto for second place. Tommy for third. And ask Kramnik and the statisticians. Everyone that plays you and me, Shaki, is sus. Absolutely. Nefedov, very sus. Alright, guys. I'll see you later. And don't forget to drink some brown beer. Nefedov. Thanks, everyone, for playing. We'll be back Thursday night for subscriber stream. Don't forget to start a hype train. Mr. Coffee. Take care, guys. If you get a better mate, you can exchange it. Yeah. It's just like wives and stuff like that. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Cormoran. Bye-bye.